going to be an excellent game. Norwood against South Adelaide, and Walker will run against Hawkins from the start. Walker got his hand to the ball. McIntosh roving today with a right footer. Corns and Teal. Corns paid the mark. Quickly plays onto Ivanov.
Ivanov handballing wide and running down the half-forward flank for South Adelaide's honour. Kicks to the wing. It's a stalemate there with Jenkins with his hands on the ball for Norwood and Nayley for South Adelaide. It's a good move, I think, putting McIntosh on the ball as a rover. Bruce, he's always impressed me as that.
Interesting also that Neville Roberts is playing right up on the wing. We've seen him do that in the last couple of weeks. Nayley with a left-hand handball to Palmer. That's Roberts' opponent.
Palmer let him go out wide then, Bruce, and then stood in the middle to get that kick.
Schmal is going to handball. McIntosh. Bennett coming in later. McIntosh takes the mark.
Beautiful example of how to go to the ball with your body rather than your hands, Bruce. I think if you'd have tried to mark that in his hands, it would have been spoiled.
Teal at the back. Roberts got rid of Palmer. Neagle and Corns. And again, a ball in perfect conditions, Robert. It doesn't seem to be any breeze at all. If there's a goal in it, it's going to the golf course end.
So it's over the back, Palmer. Knocks it to Roberts, his opponent. He kicks into half-forward. Turnbull makes front position. Ivanov away to Martin. Martin with an error handball. Teal can't keep his feet. Corns recovering. Gets up quickly. Well done, Graham Corns. Player tackled by one arm is Michael Aish. I've seen players caught for holding the ball when tackled by one arm and it dropping out like that. But on this occasion, the umpire not prepared to pay that free.
Keith Thomas a kick behind the play, or half a kick really. Hawkins, Wood, McIntosh getting some touches. Now Thomas will get into the action. Roberts will get it.
Certainly working hard, Neville Roberts. Up to the deep of the centre, taking Stuart Palmer up with him, then dropping back into the forward pocket. And of course, you can't afford to let Keith Thomas get the ball to deliver it to him, particularly if he's got half a metre.
Roberts from 50 metres out. Drop punt. Just missed. We saw Roberts kick 0-6 at Glenelg, something that we didn't think would ever happen 3 or 4 weeks ago. So he scored the first score after about 2 minutes, and it's going to be Philip Brooksby, and he's going to Rob Hawkins.
Hawkins goes for the spoil, misses it. Now South Adelaide with an opportunity through Wool to half forward. Hellier in front. Adelaide tackled quickly. Looks like Schmal in there underneath the pack. So Wayne Schmal gets a free kick for holding the man. Hurries very quickly. He's done an awkward kick towards the boundary line and, in fact, out of bounds. Could have settled himself a little bit more than I feel. But early in the game, players keen to get on with it and try to get their side running.
Schneebichler and Walker. Schneebichler playing at centre half forward. He goes between there and full forward. He'll do that all day. Walker on the bottom. Schmal round his body. Gives Adler half a chance. Bennett trapped that very cleverly. He started brilliantly last week. Hewitt's got it. Umpire anticipating, and Hewitt, in fact, he's going to pay the free kick now. I thought he might have blown the whistle for the mark after it had spilled out of Hewitt's arms.
There were certainly 2 whistles, Bruce, and I don't know whether he called play on again, and then immediately he was pushed in the back. So Glenn Hewitt, 70 metres from goal, a magnificent pass to Graham Brooksby. Tom Warhurst is caught behind, and the ball not being kicked all that well. It dipped at the last second, right into Brooksby's stomach. He's taken the mark, 30 metres from goal.
It's not a typical full forward, Robert, in the sense that he doesn't kick a bag of goals, Brooksby. But, of course, he does a lot of other work around the ground. He's a ruckman as well. He go onto the ball. He shares that with Rob Hawkins. He's certainly a very, very talented player, Graham Brooksby. Oh, it's a very strong kick. He punches it through the centre for South's first score. They're 1 goal, Norwood 1 point. He wouldn't have eaten too much lunch when he received that one. Walker with a big job to do for Norwood. Hawkins comes in from the side. Wood and also Neagle. Now Butler, now Hewitt, now Hawkins, now Bennett. And Bennett can go to Martin if he wants to. He's decided to go long. He did not straighten his body, Bruce, and there's the resultant kick. Now Nayley can go from centre half forward. He's got enough time to make a certainty of it, but he doesn't. He has missed. Not like Richard Neagle at the other end, and it's 1-1 each. He tried to straighten his body then, Nayley. It was a very good take from that missed kick by Bennett. He kicked it and actually corrected too far. Warhurst high to the outer side. Hawkins gives the little wingman. Beautiful mark by Paul Martin. Wood runs into the pocket, giving him a lead. Coming straight out, Brooksby flies high, can't quite complete the mark. Thomas, Aish, McIntosh, scant
centre of the ground, straight to centre half forward. Roberts, Palmer right behind him. Beautiful movement by Palmer. Roberts recovers well. That's what he's renowned for. Gives it to Teal. Teal to Gallagher. Gallagher's at half forward. Back to Teal. They're the sort of things that Gallagher does. Reacted quickly. Teal plays on. Thomas has run from centre half back. Oh, beautiful dummy, Keith Thomas. He beat players by metres then. You don't see any better than that in 2 days' march. Norwood 2-1, South 1-1.
Keith Thomas has kicked his first. Norwood did that very well indeed. They ran it out through half-back with handball. Now, Thomas was in a bit of trouble here. Just watch what he does. He just sells the dummy to 3. And he's the best kick on the run in the Norwood side, along with Neville Roberts, and he doesn't miss too many. His skills are tremendous, and he gets 25 touches a match, and that's why Norwood are going pretty well right now.
And Nick Walker's running straight on at Rob Hawkins again. 2 wild bulls from Spain. And it's Walker that lays it down to McIntosh, to Jenkins, Neagle, Michael Aish. Teal tries to lay on it, 20 metres behind the play. Straight into the open goal goes Aish, and Norwood 3-1. South 1-1.
McIntosh again, Robert. Michael Aish finished it off well. Nailey, bad bounce. Beat Schmal as well. Schmal, Bennett, still with Schmal. Nailey's got him. Now Butler. Wool provides some run. And kicks long, though it's a hard one to catch. Schneebichler. Hellier tries to run him down. Schneebichler keeps it in play. Hellier falls on top of it. Noble. Strong left foot round his body, but only to Bennett.
Yes, Michael Bennett making good position in the back play. Gallagher was near there, but not near enough. Didn't quite get to the position quickly enough. It's a strong kick to the front of the goal mouth. Schneebichler off hands, all round the body, and too far round the body. I don't think John Schneebichler would have imagined that he could have hooked that ball as far as he did. So it's 1-2 to South Adelaide, 3-2 to Norwood.
Miller playing cleverly there, tapping that onto Schneebichler. Warhurst to Scanlon. Jenkins and Schmal will play it short. Michael Aish provides a lead. Ward's with him. He's too good on that occasion. Started pretty well again, Robert, today.
Yes, he certainly has. He got those couple of kicks in the middle of the ground. The one he kicked the goal, moving in the right position, straight up the centre. Here's Gary McIntosh. He's had a few touches early in this first quarter. Up to half forward. Corns in front. Corns high. Corns marks. Neville Roberts, 15 metres. Shields for Bennett as Corns clears from the half-back line.
Schneebichler on a lead, and he's got it. Schneebichler's kicked 47 goals this season, and as Robert said a little earlier, he's a mature footballer. Miller, Scanlon at the back. No, that's Hewitt, sorry. Miller's in the pocket. Hewitt's a long way out. South playing the flanks at the moment. Schneebichler and Hewitt both having to cover some ground to get kicks. Now Miller. At the back, Noble. Miller kicked 6 last week. Hately almost. Still got a chance, though. He's only got to get it to Butler. That's not a bad kick. I thought it was going to bounce the right way.
Very experienced players kicked that, Bruce. He tried to just lob it in the goal square and give it a bit of a chance just to run through the goal. A little bit unfortunate. He was only missed by a metre, say, out in front, if that much. Ran it just across the face of goal. So Hine and Graham Brooksby. Noble over the back. Clears it wide. Nailey gets there first. Handball to Martin is a beauty. Martin straight at the goal, but through the behinds. 1-3 to South Adelaide, 3-2 to Norwood.
South were kicking those last week, Robert, in the first quarter against Central. They kicked 3 or 4 great goals from that pocket.
I think it makes a difference too, Bruce.
We saw it yesterday with North Adelaide missing some chances. Warhurst goes long and wide, hoping for Hine. Hawkins at the back. Ward and Aish. Michael Aish to his brother Andrew. Left foot. Robin White getting back on it. Still with White. Oh, McIntosh is strong. White's recovery's good. McIntosh gets him too late. Shawls goes short to Martin, but too far. It's a dangerous kick if it doesn't come off. Butler, Schmal's with him, and coming over the top is Adler, and it's going to be a ball up.
Yes, normally Wayne Schmal would run at that ball.
Jenkins. Warhurst has come out with Brooksby as he swapped with Schneebichler. They do that on a number of occasions. Hately. Corns has got to really go. Not Corns, Schulz. And it's going to be McIntosh to get the football once again.
So from centre wing, Gary McIntosh. Walker's back on the ground as Hine goes off for a breather. Running on is Jenny Jenkins. He's caught, handballs it to himself. Should have maintained the tackle. He might have been holding the ball, but Corns flying high in that back pocket, marks the ball and goes straight across the goal into the space. Philip Brooksby now with an opportunity down the outer side. Goes for the space too. It's a beautifully positioned kick. Martin's got the pace to get there. Ball sits for him as he just taps it on. Well-controlled left foot kick. You don't see any better than that. It's too strong, in fact. Miller couldn't take it. Schmal holding ground. And he gets holding the man. Didn't fall over. Good to see. They're the sort of free kicks that players deserve. Trying to keep his feet, working at the ball, and tackled whilst not in possession.
Schmal to the wing. Walker. Wood at the back. Adler. With a powerful leg. Ivanov and Hawkins. Turnbull. Ivanov keeps it in play. That's a very good defender's kick under pressure. Martin's working very hard. He worked particularly hard a moment ago to get that ball from Brooksby. Here's his opponent, Andrew Aish, who's done a couple of good things as well. Hawkins, Teal, and it's going to be a ball in. So things are pretty even, Robert. Norwood started with a rush.
It's 3-2, south of 2-4. Stewie Palmer, big job today, standing Neville Roberts.
Walker comes in with Hawkins. Hawkins has run the whole of this term. Go all day. Neagle, Roberts. That's a very good kick. Oh, gee, did a good job. Well done, Brooksby too. Corns, he set him up a little bit, but he'll get away from Teal. And he controlled the leg, and Haitley did it well. He just stood his ground.
That's a
Jenkins,
great kick.
It was, because Jenkins was expecting it over the back. Now Hewitt and Scanlon. Missed by Brooksby. Michael Aish. He's got a couple of players short. Took too long.
Was holding the man, Bruce. He handballed that ball out in front of him and was then pulled off the ball. And I think that umpire, you know, he must have seen it as handballing out in front. If it wasn't handballing out in front, he was holding the ball, because the tackle was definitely well after the ball had left his possession.
Scanlon from Warhurst to centre half forward. Hawkins and Teal. Hawkins playing well. Goes back. A good start by Hawkins. Now he's going to go back again. Honor will give it back to him. Schneebickler back at full forward. So we've got Graham Brooksby at centre half forward at the moment. And that's where Hawkins is going to go. In fact, to Brooksby. Missed by, I was going to say missed by Walker, Butler to Haitley. Well done, Michael Aish, and also Jenkins. And Jenkins now steadies up.
Warhurst. Butler. Wood. Short to Haitley. Haitley loves to run into the open space. He knows that everyone can't get it in the pack, and he likes to move to make position. A beautiful movement up forward by Schneebickler. He's in at the full forward area at the moment. Hellier's after him though. Martin from the defensive side. Trying to evade Aish. He's done it well. Nice turn of speed, but Aish has put him on the boundary line. Schmal over the back. Miller nearly takes it. The umpire's going to play Miller the free kick. Not the free kick, I'm wrong. The mark. If he marked that, then we'll see a lot of marks this afternoon. Any player that touches the ball, I gather, is a new mark.
Bennett for Schulz. Robert, Martin's performance has been fantastic in this first quarter. His pace then against Andrew Aish. But I agree with you with Miller, he just stopped it in flight and nothing else.
That's unbelievable.
He's going to kick a goal though, and South are in front. He kicked 6 here last week. So the Panthers are 2 points in front. It's 3-4 to 3-2.
McIntosh just coming across to the centre, lovely control. Nick Walker. Teal's on his own, just a bit further afield. He takes the ball, gives it to Neagle and misses him by 5 metres. Bennett, Corns, bad play by the Redlegs. Corns goes over the top to Haitley.
Haitley with a long one, but Scanlon should take it, and he does. Hewitt not too happy with Haitley because he was short. Now Jenkins is short. Scanlon's going to set him up though, but he was good enough. He's got Schmal running if he wants him. Roberts is now going to provide a lead.
Yeah, Aish on the half-forward flank on his own.
Roberts and Palmer, Gallagher, Corns, White, and he's got Haitley again. Haitley's got some space. He's got Schneebickler if he wants him. Hellier against him. Hewitt, Scanlon. Hellier with a powerful handball which missed Neagle by about 5 metres. Slattery.
It was all right though, Bruce, because he gave it enough strength to run the ball on. The crowd must have yelled out loud enough. Another free kick for holding the ball to South Adelaide, and he lets it to go on the umpire as Butler goes through half forward. Miller shepherds the ball, run through the centre. All clear. Not touched. So that's a goal to Shane Butler. Very handy one for South Adelaide now. They're 4-4 to 3-2. They've gone to an 8-point lead.
Yes, the umpire allowing that to go on. Butler's kick must have been 70 metres, not touched by Noble. Miller could see that it was going to bounce through, and he was pretty happy when it went over the back, and he clapped it all the way through. And Alton Smith in his 400th game said yes, and Shane Butler with 21 disposals is having another very good year. It's 28 to 20.
Walker, high. Gallagher towards Ace, it's just tapped out. Ball won't stop for anyone. Ace picks it up again.
Walker and Brooksby with Nayley coming in. Michael Aish, with him is Bennett. To Jenkins. Forced to kick in a hurry. Hawkins. Oh, that's almost a very good mark. Till, Corns. Honour. Pushed as he kicked it, but Nayley made it in the centre. South steadying pretty well. Back to Honour, who's provided the run. He goes to the goal front. At the back, Schmal. Warhurst. He's in a bit of trouble now, out on the full.
Yes, he's gone, Bruce. There's a good bit of play by Paul Martin. Ace made a movement, and then Martin went with him. Tom Warhurst panicked a little. I think he'd have been safe to have gone over the top. So, from the here, looks like Hewitt. Hewitt straight into the front door. Beautiful pass to Schneebeckler. That was a laces-out job, Bruce.
Reminded me of the way Neville Roberts leads at times and the way they deliver it to him.
We saw the kick yesterday. Who was it yesterday, Bruce, for West Adelaide does that kick?
Leon Grosser, wasn't it?
Exactly. He's done a couple of beautiful kicks.
Let's see if Schneebeckler can go, Robert. 25 metres out, and he can, and South Adelaide are doing it well. They're 5-4. Norwood are 3-3, and Schneebeckler's now kicked 48 goals this season.
Well, that was a very, very good bit of play then by South Adelaide in their defensive action. And a beautiful take by Warhurst initially. He had a look down the ground, then he got caught and he dropped it onto the edge of his boot, of course, and it went out of bounds on the full.
John Schneebeckler averaging almost 4 goals a game. That's a great performance this year. In fact, I'm sure we're going to have records broken with the goal kickers. Rick Davies just might get to the ton on Saturday at Unley.
So we're back at the centre. Two ruckmen right on each other. The bounce is high. Ruckman are high. It just comes down between them. In fact, as Wool picks it up, it's a beautiful reflex to Nayley. Nayley to Miller. Brooksby falls to ground, then taps it out. Scanlon looks as though he's going to recover first. Can't get the ball, but taps it on very well to Warhurst. Schmal fumbling a little, but nevertheless safe. Oops, looks like he struck a wet patch. And he's paid the free kick to Schmal on this occasion, because after he handballed it and then Schmal went to go again, he was held very similarly to the situation that Michael Aish in the first quarter. The umpire this time, it's the same umpire too, Bruce. He's paid holding the man.
Hellier and Schneebeckler were involved in an interesting incident then, whilst that was all going on. It's Palmer and Roberts. As I said before, Roberts way up from the goal square, and again a ball in. Norwood finding it hard. They haven't scored a goal for a long, long time. I think they had 3 in about the first 10 minutes. It's Walker, Wood, Jenkins on the bottom of the pack, and once again, a ball up.
Yes, they've lost their confidence to get hold of the ball and give it to each other quickly to get that run going again, Bruce. So it's a bounce down on centre wing. Hawkins knocking it wide. Andrew Aish, good tackle. Warhurst is down there. Obviously following Graham Brooksby down. Oh, I see what's happened. John Schneebeckler's gone to full forward, Bruce.
Yes, Robert, they've swapped a couple of times. I think when Brooksby's about to come on the ball, he comes out to centre half forward.
High to the centre wing. Hawkins marks. He's a wonderful player for South Adelaide this year. Hakely. Noble spoiling. Then Hewitt. Slattery. Trapped off his hands, and Scanlon gives it away to Neagle with a run. Bennett's hot on his tail. Following up McIntosh like a little bulldozer. The handball's long and strong, and Ace is bolted down the wing. Till runs and comes across to the centre, and there's Gallagher just in the right place at the right time to get the wrong kick.
Yes, I think it was meant for Turnbull. Roberts on a lead. Thomas will come at the back. Roberts with a chance. Brooksby's with him. Turville wants a free kick. And there's going to be a ball in.
He's not too happy. He certainly was tripped. There's no doubt about it. Mainly due to his lack of pace. He had a bit of a chance then, Greg, but he can't get that yard to get around them.
It's funny.
He's almost a German tank. He's a Schmal tank.
He can play a bit to the centre wing. Walker. Schneebickler. Well, he was a full forward a moment ago. Norwood might be missing Neil Button there at centre-half forward, Robert, because he's such a great competitor. And South are getting that extra big man back there in a hurry. Schneebickler to half forward. Miller there with Noble. Hewitt missed Slattery's body. Schmal gets back. Hewitt tackled, Slattery tackles him high, and Schmal will get a free kick.
Certainly afraid of nothing, Wayne Schmal. When the player was there, he didn't pull up. He went straight on with the business. After the ball, grabbed hold of her. Thomas evades. Hellier, too slow. Didn't give the ball off quickly. Tried to break first, but he's recovered. That's a little bit better.
Robert Norwood struggling.
Shane Butler. Straight out to the wing into the space. Gee, they're disposing of the ball well, South Adelaide. Heard a lot about their defence, but their attacking movement's pretty good at the moment. Jenkins is tackled. Ball falls from his arms. They're the ones I think they should let play on, Bruce, on this holding the ball. Looks like Shields kicks the ball up the ground to Haitley. He can't get it. Kicked off the ground, and on the full it goes out. Danny Jenkins, a little unfortunate. Running in there, hits his foot.
Haitley's about to have his 11th kick, Robert.
He's only just come back into the game after some time off resting. Off hands, a little bit of a group of players. Nothing of any consequence at the moment in front of the South Adelaide goal. So South Adelaide doing very well. They're moving the ball well, they're competing well. Norwood can't get it going again as they did early. Beautiful knockdown. Glenn Hewitt rams it onto his boot. Perhaps he could have done a little bit more controlledly. He broke through so well then, Bruce. Ian Day.
It looks as though Phil Gallagher's having a run on the ball. Robin White's on Keith Thomas. Gallagher in the defensive position at the moment, so he must be on the ball.
Warhurst to half back. Ward and Hawkins against Walker. Schneebickler stopped by Andrew H. Hellier will hope for the boundary line. Martin will get there though. Hellier's with him. Hellier gives it across towards Adler, and again a ball in. Not much scoring happening. We've seen that a lot with South Adelaide. Central District were 1 goal 8 at 3/4 time last week. Pretty good crowd in attendance, well over 10,000. It's Brooksby at the back, giving away a free kick for Walker.
Is what's happening, Bruce. For people at home, Keith Thomas and Philip Gallagher changing on
1,000. It's Brooksby at the back, giving away a free kick for Walker.
Is what's happening, Bruce. For people at home, Keith Thomas and Philip Gallagher changing on 1 half forward flank. And on the other half forward flank, the Rovers, Neagle and McIntosh are changing, and Turville's playing permanent forward pocket, as you said earlier in the game.
So Ward will get a free kick in the centre. Goes long. Miller at the back, and Schneebickler's got it. Oh, great fly, Robert.
Yes. Marked it on the second hit. He took it on the second grab, and just as he took it, it was hit out of his hands by the Norwood defender. He certainly marked it as well as Rod Miller did in the first quarter, and if his was a mark, that was definitely a mark.
I think he might have marked it a little bit better because he had 2 goes. He's already kicked 1. This is his 7th kick. Oh, he didn't kick that too well. He's missed it, Schneebickler. Didn't kick through it, Robert. That's 1-2 to Schneebickler. And South Adelaide have kicked the last 4 goals in this game. They're 5 goals, 6 to 3-4.
Yes, you can't just tell how. Over half forward. Hines dropped back. Schneebickler coming out strongly. Follows the ball through. That's a beautiful play, but Warhurst intercepts. Jenkins clears. Hawkins dropping back across the centre. The kick not covering him. And a beautiful kick by Hawkins. He's doing some beautiful work, Bruce. He's a ruckman. His manoeuvrability. And then, of course, the sureness of the leg. Unusual for a big fella.
Naley with one of his few kicks so far today. Schneebickler wants a free kick, and he's going to get it. I'd like to see that on replay. I'm not sure if he dived or not. He came out of the back in a hurry. Might have hurt himself. Oh, he probably got tripped.
Yes, it was a trip. Ooh.
And he looks to be in some sort of pain. Let's hope that he's all right.
Someone came down on his head, Bruce, over the back. It was accidental. A player flying from behind tripped by all of them falling in front of him.
Well, he's got to kick a goal now, Robert. He missed the last one. South want this because Norwood has made a run at them.
He'll be all right.
Just 20 metres out.
Looked a bit tired last kick, Bruce. He's a bit inclined sometimes to drop the ball a little awkwardly. He tends to turn it.
You can see that he has a mark on his cheek, whether it's just dirt or not, we're not sure. But he's kicked that much better, Robert. He's now kicked 49 goals this year, and it's 6-6 to 5-4, and John Schneebichler's put South Adelaide 8 points in front.
Yes, he's kicked 2 goals in this quarter. That ball came in then, and Malcolm Noble came from behind, and it seems that he must have just tripped him and then pushed him in the back slightly when he tripped, and the free kick went to John Schneebichler, and he made no mistake, and then over the top they came on him.
No wonder he had a sore head. I didn't see that the first time. Hine and also Noble.
Yes, well, they tripped him from behind. When he tripped, he brought the rest down.
They really did a job on him. Not on purpose, of course.
Straight up the centre of the ground. Robin White gives him a lead. Body behind the ball. Very good kick. White, who's renowned for his pace and his doggedness, kicks it wide. Jenkins from behind. Pick that stretch of Jenkins. He's a very short player when he stands there, but when he puts his arms up, there's nothing short about him. He seems to be able to get to the ball. Very similar to Stephen Corns. Hately dropping down to take advantage of that kick of Jenkins. He didn't take long to get back into the half-back line, Bruce. Comes around his body to Brooksby. Graham Brooksby. Nate Nailey. Can't get it. Brooksby through his legs. Neagle. Roberts is up there on the centre wing.
Goes to handball. Nailey's almost got him. Roberts keeps his balance. 2 on a lead. White's forced to go. Corns out of position for the moment. Now Wool through the centre. 2 bounces. 3, 4. Let's see if he can kick a goal. He goes short. Miller to Hewitt. Hewitt with a snap. Slattery, no Butler. That was, I don't know if Slattery touched it or not. Butler's got it though, and that's what counts. Wool showed a bit of dash. I think he bounced the ball too often, Robert. He bounced it about 4 times at 20 metres. He might have been better off tucking it under his arm and really charging.
Well, certainly not tucking it under his arm, but he could have balanced a bit more, couldn't he, Brucey? He tucked it under his arm, he probably would have limited his disposal. But Shane Butler, right through the centre of the big uprights. 7-6 to South Adelaide, 5-5 to Norwood. South take a clear lead.
Wool getting through the centre. And he looked for Miller on the lead. It was a floating kick. Miller did very, very well here. Handball to Hewitt, was under pressure. Slattery was in position. Got rid of Hellier. I don't know if he touched it or not. Got rid of Adler rather. And Butler was at the back. And the club champion in 1980 has kicked his 2nd goal. And South scoot away again. 7-6, 5-5. New additions. Neil Hine against Hawkins. Almost trapped by Neagle. Nailey's there with Schmal and Hawkins. Neagle again. Bennett and Gallagher. Good contest.
Beautiful balance by Gallagher then. Held his ground initially. Gave a chance for Roberts. Keith Thomas to get up with him. Now Graham Brooksby picks it up and gives it to Michael Bennett. Smothered by Andrew Ace. It's a beautiful kick. That's much better, Bruce. Much longer and stronger. Ivanoff, who's been very strong in defence. Ace running on. Blocks Palmer. Ivanoff dives on the ball. Everyone dives on top of Ivanoff. And if a moment ago Des O'Dwyer should have got a free kick, Ivanoff should have got 2.
Andrew Ace copped a hard one there from Stewie Palmer. It was okay. Brooksby and Hine easily. 2 wasn't good enough to take it though. Well done by Honour. White to Butler. South run again. Hewitt. He's got Martin. Martin's got Nailey at centre half forward. If he can get it to him, he couldn't. And Hellier's taken the mark.
It's obvious why Paul Martin was put in that interstate practice squad early in the year, Bruce. He was moving like this very early in the season, apparently.
Gallagher and Martin, oh, it's a great mark. He's in some form, isn't he? Now, he's got Nailey short this time. Schmal will get there. Just waited too long and then didn't punch it enough.
Yes, he should have kicked over the back into the space. Wayne Schmal has counteracted that error. Decided he'd kick it out of bounds, give South Adelaide another chance, as though they need it.
Won't be a long quarter, Robert. Just over 26 minutes gone. And South leading 48 to 41. Goal here for South Adelaide would be a handy break at half-time.
Graham Brooksby, very high. Players setting themselves. Schmal. This time he decides he'll put in a bit of a flat punt, screw punt round the corner as Turnbull. Good take. got the ball, waiting for someone to jump on top of him, and he's there on his own. Keith Thomas evading, gives it to McIntosh. Forward to Roberts. High in the air, Palmer's in the hot seat. Butler, Michael Ace has a fumble. Butler to Ivanoff to Corns. Palmer fades and runs it out to Philip Brooksby.
And South go from the fence again. Ward.
Michael Ace inside half forward again, Bruce.
I wonder if Keith Thomas is playing in the centre, Robert, and Ace is having a run at the ball. Nailey's got it. South Adelaide with some run. It's interesting that both defences have been the tightest in the league as far as statistics are concerned this year, and it's been a low-scoring game. They've both held up pretty well.
Sorry, Bruce, if Keith Thomas is playing in the centre, then he mustn't get caught inside that half-forward line like he is on the rebound.
Nailey's kick. Is it going to get there? Touched. 7-7 to 6-5. So it was straight enough. South Adelaide leading by
61 to 46. Free kicks. Norwood 14, South Adelaide 7. Incidentally, of those 14 kicks, or free kicks, if you're interested in the stats like this, umpire Laurie Argent has given Norwood 11 of those 14. Rucks out of the centre. Norwood 6, South Adelaide 5. And incidentally, McIntosh got 3 of those 6 in the first 5 minutes of the game. Right, boys, it's a tight one. I don't think you can predict the winner at the moment.
Well, start of the second half. Nick Walker in the ruck against Rob Hawkins, straight up the front. Hawkins with his left hand, tapped forward by Thomas. Bennett for South Adelaide. Hellier for Norwood. Playing at centre half back on John Schneepickler. Beautiful movement there by Hellier. Smooth to Michael Ace on centre wing. Magnificent goal. Ace kicked just on the siren at half time. Just after the siren it was. To half forward Ace. Teal from behind. Roberts almost looked as though he interfered with Stu Palmer. McIntosh with his natural left leg now swinging into the goal square. Ball not carrying very far. That was a bad kick by the little fellow. If he could have got it to carry, O'Dwyer would have had an opportunity. 15 metres against Des O'Dwyer. And now Corns.
with a drop punt towards the centre. Nailey and Hewitt. Keith Thomas trapped it cleverly. Bennett, South Adelaide's tackling has been very good. We've come to expect it from them. And again a ball up. 7-7, 7-5. A very tight first half.
Channel 7 newsreader just coming to see. I didn't know he'd lower himself to come down. He must have given away the Port today. Oh, no, it's not him. I thought it was Kevin Crease. It's a look-alike.
It certainly did look like him for a moment. Hawkins, Thomas, Aish round his body. Palmer should make it, and he does. Roberts has kicked today 1 goal 2, so Stuart Palmer's done well. He's playing in his 277th game for the club. Pretty sure that's a club record.
Yes, kicked to the centre half. Glenn Hewitt. Very strong movement. Directly at the goal, fading back now. Bounces backwards. Brooksby picks it up. He goes through for a goal as Tom Warhurst with his hand in the air to leave the room. I think he was suggesting that he touched it. And South Adelaide have scored their 8th goal now. They're 8-7. First goal for this quarter. Norwood 7-5.
It's a very powerful kick by Hewitt on the run. But it looked like it was going to go through at this stage. It took a very bad bounce, so Norwood had a bit of luck. Brooksby quickly onto his boot, and he's kicked his 2nd goal, Graham Brooksby. And South have got an 8-point break, and Brooksby is a veteran, in fact, of 99 games, Graham.
There's some sort of mental relationship between twins. High in the air. Hawkins with the left hand. Then recovers it himself to Wood. Martin runs off very well to receive. And attacks the goal square. He ran 30 metres then. Into the goal square. Brooksby in front, Scanlon off hands. Well tackled by Brooksby though. Ball's knocked out to Glenn Hewitt. Snaps it, but not accurately. Across the goal and out of bounds. See, when Martin runs, Bruce, when you've got the edge of those lines on the square, you can just get some idea of how far he ran, rather. He took it about 10 metres one side of the square and kicked it about 20 the other side.
Walker and Brooksby, body against body. Adler got rid of it in a hurry and then got a ticky touch with one against Slattery. Norwood trailing by 8 points. They've been behind since early in that second quarter. Martin, gave it to the wrong bloke, Keith Thomas. Keith Thomas to McIntosh. McIntosh had a great start, got Norwood going in the first 10 minutes. Palmer at the back. Roberts weighed it down. Palmer's got hold of him. and it's going to be a ball up. They've had a good duel. Roberts has wandered far and wide, and Palmer's been with him just about all the way.
Nick Walker catching up with the play. Walker's there, just knocks it into Hawkins, in fact. Hawkins dives on top of Ace. Ace dived on top of the ball. He was fortunate to get the free kick, I feel. Kick to half forward. Teal just edging his opponent out there. Ivanoff backing up. Haley with a half volley take to centre half forward. Warhurst in the position, backing into him, Graham Brooksby, then recovering. Very good handball to Wool. Wool to Slattery. Gimme goal as Slattery runs in from 15 metres. Can't beat the quick give and the run on. South score their second for the quarter. 9-7 they are. Norwood 7-5.
Robert is kicking that goal. John Schneepickler's come off, which is an interesting thing, and Shields has gone on. But Brooksby did well there because he was out of position and he showed a lot of strength. The Wool's handball was as good as Gallagher's, almost a Turville. Slattery didn't quite make it, but it was just a gimme goal, and Slattery's got two. South have pinched a bit of a break. Ian Day.
John Schneepickler has bruised a heel. They're just making up an artificial heel to stick on his boot, or in his boot. As soon as that is made, he'll be back on the turf.
Well, it's important that he gets back. That's a good shot, isn't it? Have a look at that. An artificial heel. So Schneepickler, important for South that he comes back.
Hawkins. Thomas can't take it cleanly. It's a free kick. He's pushed in the back. Players jumping on top of him as he's going after the ball. Runs away with it. Very high. Ball carrying fairly well up that end to Teal. Held its path, that ball. Looked as though it was a bit of a floating kick that would drop short, but it didn't. It kept its line and its distance. Teal coming from behind, judged it well. 40 metres from goal.
Jim Teal hasn't kicked a goal today. Started at centre half forward. He's played there all day. That's a straight kick. The North get one back. They're 8-5 and South are 9-7.
And he tracked that.
Played very well the last 2 weeks. Now Martin on a long lead.
Martin knows how to turn on his left, Bruce. See that left foot turn? He gets away with that quite often.
Miller's on also a very long lead with Noble. Noble falls over, wants a free kick, Scanlon then falls over. Noble in a bit of trouble there, Norwood. Brooksby gets rid of it in a hurry, but only to Keith Thomas. Keith Thomas tries to draw a player to him.
Trying to make plays on Norwood instead of going on with the business. O'Dwyer was standing on his own at half forward there.
Martin towards centre half forward. Schmal in the front spot, and he's got the free kick. Martin's had 15 kicks so far. That's a great effort, and Schmal's going to go to Michael Aish.
Aish takes the mark safely. Norwood just a little bit slow there. Probably trying at the moment too much to get things to work, and they're trying to make them on rather than letting them run and let them happen a little bit as a result of a bit of precise movement. Ace to the boundary line. Ball comes off hands and stays in bounds. That is until Stuart Palmer gets hold of it. It slips through his hands, and there'll be a throw in at half forward for Norwood. Hind in front. Hawkins from behind. Hind lays it down towards Neagle. Magnificent take by Neagle. The disposal not as good. Hakely high in the air. Walker taking in his hands. Something else I can never quite work out why they don't take it on their body, that ball. Thomas to Roberts. Roberts now being minded by Brenton Honor, I think. He might have gone out onto the half-forward flank, Neville Roberts. Neil Hine into the forward pocket.
Yes, Hine's height might be worrying Graham Corns. Short to Thomas. Norwood playing their two big men at the moment on the ground, Hine and Walker. Thomas is a magnificent kick. He'll need his absolute best from here, but he's done it so many times throughout his career. Now he's going to go short to McIntosh.
It's too high.
Didn't come off. Butler. Still with Butler, and also Jenkins, and it's going to be a ball up. So as Robert said before, Norwood trying a lot of things at the moment.
They're trying to make things on that aren't on quite often, Bruce. They'd be better off to just put themselves to a bit of luck, have a bit of faith in their ability to mark up forward. Neagle. Andrew Aish. That's the sort of kick that something may happen. Roberts in front. A little bit unfortunate not to get a kick there. He certainly bodied well. Umpire allowing it to... And as you know as well as I, Bruce, I've said a million times, I like to see that all day. That's good competitive.
Hawkins and Hine. Bennett comes over the back. Neagle tries to barge his way through. He's going to get a free kick.
Magnificent attack on the ball, though, Bruce. If you're prepared to go for the ball like that, you'll catch your opponents coming in. They just see he had to tackle quickly, Michael Bennett. Then he had a fraction of a second in which to do it because Neagle would have been around him and away, and in so doing, just caught him too high. Neagle is usually a very accurate kick with an opportunity to keep Norwood in there.
So Norwood,
very lucky, Norwood.
They haven't been able to get in front either, Robert. They've got within 2 points a couple of times in this quarter and also in the second term. And South just get that goal back. Shawls with a quick kick. Scanlon missed it. Hewitt's getting a lot of touches on that half-forward flank. Martin feeds off him. Oh, he's got some toe. Left foot. Nailey. Noble over the back. Schneebickler. Stephen Keane to Schneebickler. Still with Schneebickler. Smothered by Keith Thomas. Butler. Little left footer. Or Scanlon made it.
Norwood defending grimly at the moment. They need to. Keith Thomas receives the ball. Norwood go out of defence, and this time Thomas doesn't finesse. He goes straight to centre wing. Corns early. In fact, I thought he interfered. He did interfere. Umpire agrees. Ball was not within 5 metres. Jim Teal playing centre half forward this afternoon to the half forward flank. Michael Aish up there again. Getting a little bit wide though. Little wheelie as he tried to take off and slipped over. Comes across to the centre, that dangerous kick. Good interception. Robin White has hurt himself. Probably dislocated the finger, I'd say.
Wall towards half forward. Schneebickler's got it. Schneebickler, danger for Norwood. South looking all right at the moment. Miller wants it in the goal square. Schneebickler's given it a ride. Miller's going to get it.
Oh.
No. He held it about as long as he held the one earlier on, and Robin White's going to have, I think, his finger put back in place.
If it's not out of joint, Bruce, it wouldn't surprise me if he hasn't broken. He's in a lot of pain. Very, very severe pain.
It's bad luck because he made a brave smother against Teal a moment ago. Brooksby took it out of the air and has gold, and that's his third, and South get the break again. 11-8-9-6. So, Robert, every time Norwood get within a kick, South kick away.
Yes, Brooksby's kicked 2 now this quarter. 1 in the first and 2 in the third. And Slattery's kicked 2 this quarter. That was a very good bit of play by Brooksby. And Graham Brooksby took it out of the air. Just shows you how good a player he is. He reads situations well. And that is always on, of course. And Graham Brooksby's average disposals per game of 19. Robin White about to leave the ground. He's in a lot of pain. And Michael Bennett will come on for Robin White.
Ian Day, no doubt, will have a report in just a moment. Gallagher, Neagle. Norwood are going to get one back now. Jenkins. Bennett's going to get straight into the play. Slattery's on to Jenkins. Now Wool. Now Bennett. Now Shawls. South want it long. Schneebickler. No, yes it is. At the back, Hellier. Schneebickler went without it. Brooksby and Hellier. It's going to be a ball up. 74-60. Norwood have got to get something going quickly, Robert.
Yes, John Schneebickler wasn't too happy with himself then. There's Robin White on the boundary line. Ian Day. Ian's disappeared. He's too busy having a look to see what's going on. He's up there having a close inspection as Gallagher gets it at half back. Michael Bennett. McIntosh roving well. It's a better handball. Danny Jenkins looks to me as though he's very tired again today. He was distressed last week when he came off. Teal with a good handball under pressure. Neagle couldn't handball it back to him because he was still outside the boundary line, so he goes straight at the square to give O'Dwyer a chance. And now Norwood, as we suggested earlier, that's holding the man for certain. In the back. You're not going to get a free kick, Neville. Hawkins to Butler.
Butler's got some space. Hewitt's going to provide a lead. It's the way it goes. Glad Norwood didn't take a count a moment ago. If they included Ian Day, there would have been 21. But they didn't. Hewitt to fall forward. He wants Schneebickler. Aish has got back there. And he's taken the mark. Ian Day, what's happening with Robin White?
Robin White hasn't dislocated a finger. The doctor says it's not broken either. It's his middle finger. They're going to strap it and he'll go back.
Let's have a look and see how it happened against Jim Teal.
Or when he hit the ground, I'd say, Bruce. Planted his fingers into the earth, it looked like to me then.
So Butler from centre wing. Poor kick. McIntosh and Nailey. Brooksby. McIntosh gets back quickly. Miller is going to get a free kick for legging.
Neville Roberts can't get a free kick for that, Bruce. There's a 15-metre penalty against Noble.
see McIntosh and Miller, and he did trip him, there's no doubt about it. He legged him, and then Noble, of course, threw the ball away and discussed. And I don't think they gave a 15-metre penalty there, Robert.
No, he didn't.
I don't think it'll make much difference because Miller can eat this from 40 metres out.
People probably a little bit sceptical of me, and particularly for criticising the umpiring, but gee, that's very inconsistent.
Well, Miller needed the 15 metres as it turned out, so it's a behind, 11-9 to 9-6. What can Neil Baum do, Robert?
He's just got to hope, Bruce. The players have got to do it. On Saturday afternoon, he's got to sit there and watch.
Goals 3, and Norwood 2-1. Tap out by Hawkins, ducking his head there, the South Adelaide player, but he's going to get a no free kick against him. Against Shaw's, will go to Neagle, and Walker's in the hands of the trainer. Neagle goes towards full forward. Roberts from the back. Corns, still with Corns. Now Palmer, and Palmer's just going to chip it away and hope for Stephen Keane. He's got it, and Bennett should take this comfortably.
Bennett marks on halfback. Covers some 50 metres. Schneebichler in front, off hands by Slattery. Came from the front of the pack, he'll go all the way. All he's got to do is hit the goal square with this kick, Bruce. It'll run through. He's done the right kick. Butler getting in there. Chips the goal. So South Adelaide have gone to that lead that they've always threatened to go to. They're 12-10 now, leading Norwood 9-6 as Philip Gallagher comes off and Dean Renfrey comes on for Norwood.
Lovely kick this by Slattery. He had plenty of time, and he didn't try to kick it too hard. He knew he had two chances. One, that the ball would go through. Two, that Butler would grab it. Butler did grab it and kicked his third goal, Ian Day.
He had it packed in ice, the finger, that is, Robin White. They're just strapping it now, and the runner's out on the ground. You'll find that he'll come back in just a moment.
Stephen Keane's done pretty well in the last few minutes for South Adelaide. It's Hawkins against Hine.
Hine lays it back. Bailey. He can't get the ball. Thomas is too good for him. Just intercepts. He had the run of it, Mark Daly. He's had a very quiet day. He can't really get into the game. Hawkins taps it to Nailey this time. Ball flies from his hands. Shields gives it across to Bennett. Bennett to half forward. Adler coming back. Can't take the mark. Fisted away by Noble. Noble tackles. And it is holding the man, quite right. He handballed it and then was tackled. Although earlier in the game, when Michael Ace did it, it was play on. Bruce for the same thing. So it's just so inconsistent, it's very hard to follow. And the umpire that paid that particular decision was the umpire that let it play on earlier in the game.
82 to 60. Schneebichler's kicked 2-2. He's a long, long way out. Very high kick. Brooksby's there. Oh, good mark taken by Noble. He set himself for that. Norwood really need one.
Free kick Noble gave away. He was stimulating him into a bit higher effort.
Andrew Aish has been well beaten today by Paul Martin.
That's 15 metres again, Bruce, for interference after he'd taken the mark.
So Aish goes towards the centre. Warhurst is there. Oh, it's a good mark. Brooksby has played very well today. Warhurst has Thomas running. Butler almost runs him down. Thomas goes to centre half forward. Renfrey's just come on. Honor's too good. This South defence is all right, Robert.
Brendan Honor's a very good player. He's had a wonderful season. He kicks it to the centre of the ground. Scanlon's behind. Jumps high and runs it down his arm. Gives it to Thomas. Thomas with Dwyer on a lead. Comes off hands to Palmer. Stephen Keane. Showing a bit of pace, and so he ought to. He's fresh on. Perhaps waited a little bit long, but he got his kick away all right to full forward. Schneebichler can't complete the mark. Hellier goes to ground. Butler's got a player in the goal square. That player's Miller. He picks it up. He kicks the goal. So Rod Miller kicks South Adelaide's 13th goal. They're 13-10 and Norwood are 9-6.
And Robert, South has kicked the last 4 goals, 2 of this match. Neil Baum looks absolutely out of it at the moment. Miller's now kicked 2 goals. It was also easy, as Robert said. Butler knew that he had Miller in the square. The kick wasn't all that accurate, but Miller had all day. It's been a game of pressure, but not right then. And around he went and put it through. And Robert, it's a long way to go, I know, but 28 points at the moment. They're 4-4 in front. And it just might be enough, because I don't know if Norwood is capable of kicking 6 or 7 goals, and that's what it's got to do in this last quarter to win.
Yes, South have kicked 6 this quarter, Bruce. It'll be Rob Hawkins. Tireless player for the Panthers. Likes to get in the air. Nick Walker for Norwood. The bounce favours the South Adelaide player. Bennett. Ivanov. Half forward it goes. Smile from behind. Can't take the mark because Naily intercepts. Slattery coming from the right side of the pack. Goal. Beautiful movement as Wayne Slattery kicks his third for the third quarter. South Adelaide 7th for the quarter, taking them 14 goals 10 and Norwood 9 goals 6.
South Adelaide's movement at the moment is very smooth. Butler's had a very good term. In fact, all the players in that centre area, Bennett and Schulz are both doing very well also, being on the ground at the one time. Normally they play off the interchange bench. Slattery's pace is worrying Norwood. It's exposed it a couple of times this quarter, and he's kicked so very, very well. Hawkins, what a game he's having. He's really played magnificently today, and South are in the box seat at the moment.
Away they go again. Butler. McIntosh is after him. Thomas can't get it away. McIntosh still in there battling. Comes out with it to Aish. Michael Aish, that is. Andrew Aish now. Scanlon. To half forward. Ivanov reads it best. And marks. Peter Ivanov coming across the ground to Brenton Honor. Honor to centre wing, where he's got Butler coming across. Jenkins jumps in the air. They did it well. Corns receiving a handball from Keane, then he gives it to Butler. Butler just gives it across to Michael Bennett. Corns runs on. Bennett kicks it to him. Nearly kicks it to him. It's too far.
Schmal to Thomas. Oh, Thomas has one of his very rare ordinary kicks, but McIntosh did well. Naily, he's only had 4 kicks today. He's about to get his 5th. Walls underneath it. Gets a free kick. I don't think Schmal interfered with him at all. He kept his hands up.
He went into Schmal. Schmal just kept his body up. It was a good bit of body play. It wasn't a push in the back.
Graham Brooksby. He's got a powerful leg. It's high and he's hoping. Who's underneath it? Scanlon. Oh, he took a chance. Brooksby's got him. Miller. Andrew Aish has got a sweat on it and hope that it goes out, and it does. And again, a ball in. So it's 94-60, Neil Baum. Wonder what's going through his mind, Robert.
He's wondering what he can do. He's taken Gallagher off. Put Renfrey onto the ground. For a little bit of fresh play. Walker in front. Miller. Keith Thomas. Now Warhurst with an opportunity. They can't get any ascendancy on the wings at the moment. Michael Aish takes the mark. He's waiting for a long time. And then kicks it straight to the opposition. I see no point why he didn't go up the ground. That's unnecessary. Jim Teal left the ground and jumped at that player. I don't think the umpire's got... It's that long after. That's a deliberate charge. Should not be allowed to be part of the game. If he was professional or whatever it is, that's not on.
Ivanov to centre half forward. Schneebickler, Hillier at the back. Slattery's got to take Walker on. He's got him too. Using his body, Adler. Schmal. Great handball to Jenkins. That was magnificent. Jenkins is going to run out of room. Aish. Hillier. Neagle's there. Oh, it's an ordinary handball. Very bad football by Hillier. McIntosh is strong enough and good enough. Ivanov got him. Now Aish. Now to full forward. That's his 20th kick. Over the back, O'Dwyer. Corns lets it run out of bounds.
A lot of players flying in that forward line for Norwood. Even Neville Roberts today. He's flying with Des O'Dwyer. And all Brooksby's doing is just punching away every time. And they've got Neil Hine up there as well. They may be a bit top-heavy across that full forward area.
Hawkins in the front spot. Corns, Roberts, Hine, Teal, Schulz. Round his body. Aish will try and make it. He does. Oh, well done by Nate. He just ran him off the ball, and Bennett's got it. And South Adelaide are standing up to everything at the moment. Well played, Steve Bickler. Slattery's going to get this one. And he'll go to Miller. And Miller will go to Brooksby. And Brooksby should kick a goal. Let's have a look. No, got a bad bounce. Noble's got it. They didn't read the script. And Aish is going to take it away.
Andrew Aish on centre wing.
Noble's running
up the ground. There's a 15-metre penalty. Three-quarter time, just as Norwood looked like getting mobile through the centre of the ground. 14-10 to South Adelaide, a very good quarter by them. They kicked 7 goals. Norwood are 9 goals still 6, just a mere 2, and we'll be back with Ian Day after the break.
Wing. Miller provides a run. Noble's with him. Going to run it towards the boundary line. Jenkins, who got very tired towards the end of that last quarter. Noble. Still with Noble. He's got a bit of time now. Long, powerful leg. But Palmer takes it easily on his chest.
Hey, gee, he's playing a wonderful game, Bruce. He's got to the ball. We ever doubted whether Stuart Palmer was able to handle Neville Roberts. He's left no doubt in anybody's mind this afternoon.
And of course, Roberts didn't play against South at the Parade. That's one of the few games he's missed this year, so Corns really had no prior experience as to who to play on him. Wall gets it from Nailey to Miller.
And now we see again then, Bruce, Ward, he's moving through that centre part of the ground. He gets into that corridor, we would call it, about the width of the square. He's running through there very well. Michael Aish caught out wide on the wing. He's still just coming back into the square. Run on Ruckman's Keith Thomas. He's got to check that player. It seems to be a very difficult task to do, to mind another player.
Miller's missed it. So behind. So it's 9-6 to 14-11 Ian Day.
Further news on Robin White, not as good as at first thought. There's nothing wrong with his finger. The problem is he's busted the scaphoid.
Brooksby didn't quite get to him. Jenkins. Neagle with a little left footer.
Hawkins is very deep in defence, Bruce. He never went up from that boundary throwing about a minute ago.
O'Dwyer on the bottom with the pack. He's going to get a free kick. So Des O'Dwyer has had a wretched game. This will be his 4th kick. Nothing's happened for him today. Adler's on a lead, Honour against him. And Adler's going to get a free kick as well. I'm not too sure what that one was for, Robert.
Over the shoulder. It's a very good lead. And he's certainly going for the ball. With a bit of stretch. That's the second time. He marked the first one. He's a bit stiff not to get that one, but he's got the free kick. It comes off Philip Brooksby's hands. But he recovers easily. Roberts is after him, making no impression. And the kick is to advantage. Slattery at centre wing. And he goes short, straight to Scanlon or Renfrew. It's Renfrew that chips in first. Michael Aish, Gallagher. Tackled high around the neck. Gallagher gives the ball out to Renfrew, who's run on from half-back. That's a better attack. He's gone to the square. Walker's there. No, it's Teal. Spoiled away. Roberts is on the ground. Martin's dropped in from the wing. Hawkins. Philip Brooksby. Nailey. South up the outer side of the ground now. Wool. High and strong in the space. Miller, it's a well-placed kick. It's been ripped off him by Noble.
To Jenkins. Keith Thomas is in the centre. The handball's very poor. Now gives him a bit of a chance. Still Thomas. Corns. Across to Keane. South are going too well. It's Slattery at the back. Oh, yes. Oh, Robert, he's enjoying his football today. I think he really likes it out there.
I think he liked that. I think he liked those couple of goals just before three-quarter time.
Miller on a lead.
Certainly got his confidence up.
South Adelaide have just got too much firepower up forward at the moment. Miller and Hewitt, and Slattery and Schneebickler, they're all getting kicks. Of course, Brooksby's chipped in with Butler. So Miller from deep in the pocket to the goal square. Schneebickler with a fly with Walker. Michael Aish. And he's going to get a free kick. Of course, Butler just tapped him and he went for a dive. And he got the kick.
It's his old trick.
Who do you reckon he led off?
Roger Woodcock.
I suppose there have been a few over the years. Aish takes a chance. He wants Tom Warhurst. Now, Schmal's on here. Norwood have really got to run it, don't they? Schmal will have nobody to kick it to now. He had to do that. There was nobody in front of him. He's got Andrew Aish short now, but he's decided to go long and hoping for Adler. Bennett comes in from the back. McIntosh and Roberts. Palmer. Roberts. Palmer, what a game he's played. So's Honour. And it's going to be a ball in. They're going too well, Robert. Norwood can't kick 6 goals.
They certainly won't give up, and the only way Norwood are going to have any hope, they've got to be accurate on...
Every drive is an adventure.
Wool to Nailey. Nailey to Brooksby. And South Adelaide again quickly getting back into attack after Norwood get a goal. They did that in the third quarter. Norwood twice got within a kick, and South booted away on both occasions. Brooksby's kicked 3 today. He got 2 in that third term. I said earlier in the day, he's not a typical full forward in that he doesn't kick a bag of goals. That's That's a very good kick, and that's home. So he's kicked 4 today. It's not a bad effort at that end. Norwood haven't been able to get one to kick that many, and South 15-11 to 10-6.
Yes, that was very good play by Philip Brooksby on the lead, but out of the centre, Mark Nayley showed a bit of dash that time, Bruce, when he got that ball. He really broke away. Jenkins just doesn't look right again yet to me. He hasn't got the power. He went to go then, and he couldn't find it. Brooksby, good lead, put the body up behind the ball, then drove the kick through. Part of the crowd at Football Park, and Hawkins. Nayley again. Keane, Nayley. Maybe he's going to get a bit of confidence too to let his leg go. He hasn't done much for the first 3 quarters. Schneebickler, 45 metres from goal. He's balancing it with one hand and then taking it with 2. Very good judgment, good body control.
2-2 to Schneebickler today. 50 metres out. That's straight. He then hit the post.
Straight into the post. Just bad luck for the big
It
guy.
looked all right off the boot, didn't it?
I thought she was home.
So it's 15 goals, 12 to 10-6. 6 goals the difference. Schneebickler looking for 50 goals in the season. He's got 49. Sure, that's not worrying him at the moment, though. Noble. Oh, what a mark by Brooksby. Let's play on. I don't think I've seen Graham Brooksby play any better than this, Robert, to the goal square. Miller and Noble. Now Slattery. He's kicked 4. He's kicked 5. No, it's going to be a free kick here. It's going to be against Miller and going to Hellier. Bad luck because Slattery did it beautifully.
He certainly did. He's just found a yard of acceleration, hasn't he, on the take. He's taking it cleanly and getting away with it well. So Hellier comes to the half-back flank where Big Neil Hyde is on the ground for Norwood. Marks the ball. Norwood seemed to just lacked a little bit of confidence in Neil Hyde when he's been on the ground. Have a go. McIntosh leads, recovers to Neagle. Hawkins traps that handball. Intercepts is the best word. Shields receives from Corns. Then kicks to half forward. From behind, Noble. It's a beautiful kick now from Noble. Can cover a lot of distance. That's no exception. 60 metres to centre wing. There we see Hawkins flying and McIntosh coming. And this occasion, the umpire giving 15 minutes as he should have done against South Adelaide 3 times in the last quarter.
To centre half forward, Schneebickler will get a free kick. Oh, that was clumsy by Hellier. And Schneebickler just runs over him. And he's going to get a 15-metre penalty. And I don't blame Hellier for being a bit upset there. Now, Schneebickler sure, that's a free kick. And Hellier falls over. And if unfortunately, we didn't carry on with the replay because what it would have shown was that Schneebickler just ran right over the top of him. And he had no need to do it. No wonder Rowan Hellier was a bit upset. So Schneebickler in the centre square at the moment. Of course, South Adelaide are going to take an enormous grip on this top 3 position tonight. They're going to be 2 games and a very big percentage in front of Norwood and Port, are both not going all that well. It's a high kick. He's hooked it a little. Hine, Scanlon, Warhurst.
South Adelaide, a lot of players back across the centre, Bruce. They've got Nayley and Schneebickler. Jenkins and Keane, and Nayley will get it off hands if it sits for him. He has, he's got back, that's just quickly enough. On the up to Corns. Corns, he didn't react quickly. Neville Roberts. He's caught. He's going to get a free kick this time for in the back. That would have happened to him about 5 times today. Up near the goal. The umpire's been reluctant. On this occasion, in the centre of the ground, only too pleased to give him a free. And he kicks it to centre half forward. Ivanov. He's just a sound little back pocket player. Martin, who's had a wonderful game. He's got too many against him this time. Aish. Teal. Corns going back into the square. Well, I think Jim Teal should be confident that he can kick another goal. He's already done it once this quarter from perhaps about 5 metres closer, that's all. He's only got to kick the ball straight. He's pulled it across his body slightly. Going to kick it at the right-hand post. Corns drops it. And it's through from behind. Ian Day.
Norwood's lowest score against South Adelaide at Football Park is 10-13, so they've got about 6 points to go. South, incidentally, their lowest score against Norwood is 6-14. They're well past that, of course.
Get it going at the moment. Scanlon at centre wing. Gee, South have done it well. High kick. Roberts ran underneath it. Palmer, O'Dwyer, Corns. Corns caught one in the face, but he took an easy mark. Robert, this is where Michael Lenny and Button have been missed, because Michael Lenny's a very good mark up forward. He's a good kick for goal. And, of course, we know how good Button is as well. Corns in a bit of trouble at the moment. He can't see out that eye.
Yes, I think he just got, unfortunately, just flicked him as he came down, the Norwood player.
The umpire obviously thinking that Graham Corns is well enough to kick the ball. Umpire Laurie Argent. So Corns is going to have a look. Now, Greg Turnbull hasn't really played much of a part in this game.
Now he's going to let Palmer kick it again.
To honour. Turnbull is going to come on for Gallagher. They both struggled today. Gallagher's had a couple of touches, Turnbull very little. He did kick a goal when Gallagher gave it to him. Honour to the centre wing. Hellier gets into Steenbickler's back. Steenbickler's just too good. South Adelaide, if there have been any query about them before today, it's been dispelled all right. A couple of big games coming up in the next few weeks. Hellier missed Michael Aisha's body. Ward's got it. That missed the body, and again a ball in. I think the standards dropped a bit, Robert, in this last quarter.
Because I think they got tired. I think it was a pretty hard and furious game for the first 3 quarters. The thing that definitely dropped is the standard disposal.
So Adler.
It's not as accurate as it was. See, that sort of thing, very slow. Players not getting near each other so that they can receive. When one player gets it, the other player backing up, sort of hoping that they're going to get it to him by accident instead of moving themselves to get over to give him a hand.
Hine went with Brooksby. Ward got half a kick away. Brooksby to Hewitt. Hewitt over to Schulz. Schulz deep in the pocket. It's a very good kick to fall forward. Nailey through his legs. Schmal gives away a behind. So rush through for South. Ian Day.
17 minutes in, South Adelaide look as though they've got the game won. Incidentally, their biggest winning score against Norwood is 33 points in 1977. Norwood shellacked South in 1981 by 87, so South got a chance of creating a big winning record at Football Park.
They broke a couple of... Oh, things aren't happening, are they? Bennett to Ivanov. You wouldn't have believed that, Robert. To Butler, and now South Adelaide are in. Keane's going to run for him. Butler's going to go over the top. Jenkins is exhausted, and Keane's going to take advantage of that and run away from him as he goes to half forward. Miller at the back. Noble with him. Miller's going to try and break him. Noble's got him. No decision. Actually, Noble's played very well for Norwood. Now Miller's got him. Now Slattery's going to kick his fifth. How's that? It's 16-13 to 10-7. At one end, Teal and Roberts run into one another. But at the other, Slattery kicks it over his left ear.
Yes, they're certainly not playing well, Norwood. Malcolm Noble, when he got that ball, tired as he was, and you called as though he was playing well, and that he has. But as he was running away, instead of giving the handball to the player down on his left, when he got caught there, just beyond Slattery, there was a player on his left in open space. Malcolm Noble was going to try and do it on his own. The South Adelaide camp looking fairly pleased with themselves at the moment, particularly David Birtensmeyer.
And of course, Graham Corns, I said before the game, Robert, that they felt it was a crucial match for 1983, and they're coming through it with flying colours. Butler to Martin. Renfrey had to take a chance. Slattery trapped it beautifully. Bennett, oh, this is some good football. I hope Steenbickler can goal. It deserves it. It's long and it's strong, and it has just missed. 16-14 to 10-7. Robert, they're a good side.
They're playing very well. They're persistent. They're certainly attacking with the ball very well. When they're getting hold of it, they're not frightened to run at the goal. They're trying to kick over the top into the...
We're almost at the time on period. It's 30 scoring shots to 19.
And it's Hine, big Norwood ruckman, Graham Brooksby. He shared the rucking with Rob Hawkins. Brooksby with his left hand just buries it down to the ground. McIntosh to Aish. It's a very good take by Aish. O'Dwyer. He could have got a couple of kicks earlier. Would have been good because he's not a bad kick. There's O'Dwyer. This time, no Norwood players. One South Adelaide player, Stuart Palmer.
He's got Bennett short if he wants him. Just going to take his time, Robert. 31 points in front. Into time on. Hine, Nailey, Martin. Nailey's improved as the game's gone on. Ward's played very well. Nailey's got it now. He should go to the goal square. That's where Miller wants it. No, he's going to go short. Hewitt. just kicked a point today, Robert, but he's played pretty well, Hewitt. This is his 13th kick, and he's given South Adelaide a lot of drive across half forward.
Yes, he's worked very hard up on the half forward line. He's got that kick away, Bruce, for length, not for accuracy. Only through for behind. South Adelaide is 16-15 now. Norwood at 12 goals, 7.
32 points of difference. I think that record margin was... Ian Day was speaking about it. Played a really good game. In fact, he's got a lot of friends out there at the moment. This must be tough for an umpire. This is the McGarry medal thing. Robert, how could you pick the best three today? They've been so good, South.
In modern footy, with the team and Norwood at 12-7, 79.
Turnbull forced to go for the knock. Slattery. I think Graham Corns will be thrilled with Slattery's performance today. Hewitt, and there's a siren. And South Adelaide has won. 16-15, 111. To Norwood, 12-7, 79. A winning margin of 32 points, and it was South all the way after half-time. There was just 2 points of difference at half-time, and Graham Corns must be absolutely delighted with the situation. Neil Baum, of course, not playing. He's had to watch it all. I think somebody was going to ask him for an autograph. I doubt whether Neil would have the energy to give it. And so South has won, 111-79, and they're in a great position for the top three. We'll be back after the break, and no doubt Ian Day will be in the club rooms and speaking with Graham Corns.